So I have heard something about the 5 stage going away and some changes being made to the green speed, which, the green speed one I just heard from you earlier. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely. Yeah, so we're kind of excited about that. So moving into this refrigerant transition from Puron to Puron Advance, we took the opportunity, as Carrier always does when we were faced with regulation changes. We don't want to just meet the minimums. We want to take the opportunity to make great improvements to our products. And we took this opportunity with the 5 stage to move that into a fully variable system. So from a lineup perspective, we are going to have 3 different options for a variable speed option, our variable speed system in the heat pump offering, and a single option as far as the air conditioning or straight cool option is concerned. So primary reason for that as we transition away, so obviously before we had the 5 stage and the green speed for air conditioners, just from an overall flow of the product, it made sense with the push for electrification to focus that green speed technology directly to the heat pump lineup. And then as far as the improvement, as far as the 5 stage going to fully variable, we're still covering the bases as far as having a variable speed option from the air conditioning side of things or straight cool side of things. So it gives the homeowner just that many more options when it comes to what piece of equipment they want to install in their home.
Okay, so to kind of unpack for the folks at home, basically the way that the industry is going right now is the government is pushing more and more into heat pumps. So basically getting away more and more from natural gas to heat your home or heat strips and move more and more into heat pumps. And so whenever Coop is talking about air conditioning, what he means is a straight cool condenser that ties into a furnace or air handler with just heat strips. And so the federal government and the whole industry is starting to gear up more and more into heat pumps, and you see this with almost every single manufacturer. And so what Coop is saying in this change, moving over into the green speed and the variable speed in their lineups, a lot more emphasis is being put on the heat pump side of the equation versus the straight cool side. So
That's right. We're not taking away from the lineup as far as the straight cool option is concerned. In fact, we're bolstering it even further by offering that fully variable option. But we're also, staying in line with our environmental responsibility aspect of things.
Yeah, and if you're a homeowner and you're in love with your gas furnace, you can always do something called dual fuel, where you tie in a heat pump condenser with a gas furnace, and it essentially uses the furnace as emergency backup, and so for emergency backup heat rather. And so there's still an option where you don't have to do away with your furnace altogether. So now with the lineup changes and doing away with the 5 stage, so now they're both variables. And so what is going to be is there any comfort differences now, or is it just energy differences?
Yeah, so I mean, kind of going back to what we kind of started with the difference between the 5 stage and the variable speed. Now we have the benefits of that variable speed. So it's the 1% increments all the way down to 20% of the size of that unit is going to be offered from a AC and heat pump perspective all the way across the lineup.
Gotcha. So I'm trying to get it clear in my thinking. So on the models, on the straight cool models, is it one model or 2 models that you're going to have in the Infinity series?
In the Infinity series, it will be 1.
Okay, so it'll be 1 model in the straight cool, and then on the heat pump side, how many models is going to be there?
There will be 3.
Okay.
Where today there are 2.
But some of those are regionally based, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say south. So I'm down south. That would leave 2 available?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so that third model that's coming in line with this transition to Puron Advance is going to be what was put on by the DOE, which was the Cold Climate Heat Pump Challenge. So creating a heat pump for colder climates to maintain its capability of putting out heat at much lower ambient temperatures.